I will call to order the regular board meeting for the Board of Election Commissioners for the City of Chicago. Good morning. My name is Maricel Hernandez. I am the chair. And with me today is Commissioner William Cressy
Present.
and Commissioner June Brown.
Present.
Next item on the agenda is a consideration of the agenda. Any proposed changes? If not, we will proceed with the approval of the special board meeting minutes of March 19, 2024 and the canvassing board meeting of March 19, 2024. Is there a motion to approve both of these minutes?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Cressy.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next is the Executive Director report. Mr. Holliday?
Madam Chair. Electoral board hearings for candidate building. All electoral board hearings for to the Pershing warehouse. So in
When you mentioned the warehouse, everything is, I think you told us last time it's about August. Are we on track for that being completed? First or second week of August?
their completion, the walkthrough on the 23rd will assure when their completion will be. We were there last week. There was still some things that needed to be done. There was a lot of divots in the floor. The floor have to be done because those carriers, once loaded, they're about 300, maybe 600 pounds. So we want to ensure that those floors could accommodate the weight of those carriers.
Are they moving us? The group, the city group?
They will be moving us, yeah, but they're not going to move until I give an approval, because if the conditions are not what we need, then we just can't do it. And again, like I mentioned to them, we are in the election mode, so they understand that, and they know that they can't work during that time. So the 5th and the 6th floor are done, and it's more retention area for retention items. So the 3rd and the 4th floor that we occupy now has the retention. So they wanted to work on those floors first, do the life safety issues, move the things from 3 and 4, and then start work there.
So we're gonna have 3, 4, 5, and 6?
We're going to have 2 through 6.
2 through 6, okay.
Okay. And I'm sorry, where are the heavy equipment, where is it going? What floor?
Well, the retention is going on 3 and 4.
But
I
that's
mean
not the-
5 and 6.
Right,
But the other floors have the carriers. Those floors will have some carriers because there's a huge amount of space on both floors.
okay. Well, how do you figure out that the weight bearing issue?
Building,
But we get right through the building engineers and our facility contractor, Dean Fatikas. He's working closely with them, and that information he has. So, but he's working very closely with them.
so all we have to do is approve what they do, and they're gonna move and take care of putting everything up for us, and we're good.
Yes,
By, I think you told us the first, we're probably mid-August now?
yes. And then again, to be for sure, when we go through the walkthrough on the 22nd, we will have a better idea of how close or if they'll be done with what is needed.
So what you saw last, when you went before, what you saw, did you think we would, I mean, sounds like this is just a final walkthrough jump,
That-
like a list, toggle list to see if there's anything needed to be done, like divots and stuff.
When we were there last week, they had made a lot of progress from the first time that I went, but there's still work to be done. There's still work to be done, and
On every floor, you said we had.
just on those 2 floors where the work is being done.
On 5 and 6?
Yes,
But the other floors are fine.
the other floors are fine right now until
Wait, so there's nothing that needs to be done on 2, 3, and 4?
3 and 4. Yes, 2. There's really no work to be done on 2 because 2 is probably one of the better floors that we have, and they were going back and forth about moving us completely to 18, 19. So I asked,
That's off the page, right?
right, so I asked for something in writing to specify what the plans are.
Okay, so what needs to be done on 3 and 4?
All life safety issues and just total rehabbing of those floors.
Okay, so that doesn't seem like it's gonna be done.
That
by
won't be
mid-
done by August, no. But there's a possibility 5 and 6 will be.
So if 5 and 6 are done by mid-August,
We don't need 2, 3, and 4 to be done at the same time?
Well, 3 and 4 will be done. They'll be working on those simultaneously, not 2.
2,
Because the second floor, it's pretty well in shape. There may be air conditioning issues that they have to work on.
gotta have air conditioning in this city.
Right. In some of the areas where there wasn't any air, there's some air now.
Okay,
okay,
okay, so we can get a better report.
next,
Probably before the next walkthrough, they should give you a status, though, shouldn't they?
Right. So I'm going on the 11th, which is Thursday, to to take another walkthrough, and then on the 22nd, 23rd, that will be, should be,
Final walk.
as they say, but I have to see it and make sure it is to our, what we need, because if it's not, they're gonna have to continue.
Okay.
Yeah, but what would we, I mean, what's the contingency there? We just have to keep pushing it?
Yeah, and we won't move anything until those floors are the way that we need them.
Okay, I had a couple other questions on your report. You said community service. You mentioned some of the events they've been at. How many registrants have we received so far? New voter registry. You said they were registered.
I would have to get that total from community service.
What's the guesstimate? Any idea?
No.
And can I get the list of the faith-based contacts or any information on that who you're talking?
Okay, I'll send that. We'll get that to you.
Thank you.
On the warehouse, if you could, now, eventually we will have use of 2 through 6, correct? Okay, if you could send us a report after you've taken your walkthrough, maybe this week and then after.
Right.
But break it down by floor, what the status on each floor is, just so that it's clear to us. Also, what's the status on the elevators? We have multiple floors, we've got to have all those
Okay,
elevators working.
currently, our elevators are working. The floors that they're gonna want to move us to, there's 2 additional elevators that they're gonna get working. Those are not working at the time. But they will get them working. But again, on those 2 floors will be retention. There is an elevator to that floor. There is operational elevator, but there are 2 additional ones that they want to get running for us. So that we'll have 3 elevators there.
Once we have all the elevators operational, let's have the phone number of an elevator repair service that will show up, because in this city, it's been very difficult to get elevators to repair.
Yes.
So I think we should get priority considering what it is that we do. So,
We will try to get a
Well,
trustworthy elevator repair and contact and keep it on
do
hand.
we do that through facilities maintenance, or do we?
We do it through facility maintenance.
Yeah. So then
And,
they're the ones that have.
Yeah. And like I said, Dean Fatigue is our facility contractor. He has a close contact with them. And he's on those things once they,
yeah.
Does he have an idea of when this should be completed since he's a facilities guy?
his idea is it's not going to be done. And he's there and he reports and let me know what. But I walk through there showing us it is, but we will see.
Okay.
We shall see.
Okay. Thank you. Mrs. Spera, our Assistant Executive Director.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Commissioner Cressy, and Commissioner Brown. I recently returned from an enjoyable 2-week vacation in June, and now I'm back, focused and preparing for the upcoming election. I am working closely with the IT manager to conduct a mock election and establish a timeline. The City of Chicago has initiated its budget season, and I'll be working directly with the HR manager and finance manager to ensure a smooth and successful process. As the executive director mentioned, last week I conducted a walkthrough to evaluate the 5th and 6th floors at 1819 West Pershing Road as a temporary storage space for our current 3rd and 4th floors. And just to clarify a little bit about our warehouse, we are in 2 buildings. We're at 1819 and 1869. 1819 is where they're going to relocate our 3rd and 4th floor to our 5th and 6th floor. The 2nd floor at 1869 is where we have the air conditioning, climate control, 2nd and 3rd. Only 2nd floor. 3rd floor is where we have our early voting equipment and also supplies. That is not climate control. So just to clarify, we are in 2 buildings right now. They are moving our 3rd and 4th floor to our 5th and 6th floor at 1819. The warehouse staff continues to remove supplies from the ESCs. And as the executive director mentioned, next week I will be traveling to Boise, Idaho to complete my last course, which will enable me to graduate this September from the election center upon my completion. And that ends my report.
Congratulations ahead of time, because Election Center is Auburn University that
That is
runs that,
correct.
so
Yes.
it's a very
It's-
prestigious organization. Thank you.
And I also will be completing my classes and also
Congratulations as well.
Thank you. And now we will hear from our Public Information Director, Max Bever.
Good morning, Commissioners. Been a busy few weeks related to petition and objection filing for the Electoral Board, but things went quite smoothly at both the Super Site and 69 West Washington throughout this process. I held the ballot placement lottery on Monday, July 1st. That video information is posted to our website, so we've got our ballot order set related to first and last filers. Gotten a fair amount of media coverage on the process. It's a new office and there's a lot of interest. I'll be meeting media downstairs later today at 1. Really trying to take every opportunity I can, given this is a new office, and to let voters know that they can expect to see us on the ballot and that they should research candidates and be aware that this is coming up, for the amount of work that was put in for the creation of this office too. You've got the canvas mailing in front of you. We just completed our proofing process with our vendor, going through all of our addresses. Paper delivery is still a week out, but we're just getting this work done ahead of time. So printing's about going to start in 10 days, and we expect to reach voters' mailboxes first week of August. As you can see, it also includes a reminder about the permanent vote-by-mail roster. This is a state law requirement to reach all eligible voters with this notice. So we're actually hitting two birds with one stone with our canvas, getting them their new voter card, and making this notice. So we're saving a little bit of cash on our mailings and budget-wise. But as you can see, we've got a new design. Hopefully that will catch people's eyes. We had to get a new design because we added that new CPS board seat down there. But this will reach voters right before and right as vote-by-mail applications are opening, and includes another line about including people's new Chicago Electoral Board, Chicago Elected School Board districts. Our new signature registration form has been finalized, and we're getting that printed. I'm adding the forms to our website this week, and I'll be promoting that with a press release and social media campaign. On top of that, we're also preparing our initial emails to alert voters to the opening of vote-by-mail applications starting on August 7th. These emails are also going to include a link to the signature update, so we hope to reach as many voters as possible, letting them know of that option, but especially our vote-by-mail voters, too, that have often asked us this question to how can I update my signature on file, just to make sure that it matches when I signed my ballot application. So more two birds, one stone with getting those communications out, and with that option for our new signature voter registration form. Recently led a presentation and lecture for college students related to the school board elections organized by the Logan Square Neighborhood Association. Again, I'm pitching and looking for more opportunities to continue to discuss this new office with community organizations. The executive director talked about the very busy schedule for community services. I'll be lending a hand wherever I can to attend meetings, pitch in for faith outreach, and set up other different events, really trying to attract as much attention to the school board elections as possible. It's a good hook, but also new office, only a few months out from election day. We want to be as helpful as possible in alerting voters that they're going to see this on their ballot. And finally, as the executive director mentioned, I'll be traveling to Minneapolis for the Partnership for Large Election Jurisdictions conference. As he mentioned, it's under a scholarship, so thankfully this comes at no cost to the board or taxpayers. I will be serving on a panel for crisis communications. Go figure. So looking forward to that, and that will be next week from Wednesday through Friday.
Thank you. On these events, the community events, are we going to have that signature registration form also
That's
available?
as soon as we're printing that out, that's going to be at our resources table along with our election judge recruitment. And as soon as vote-by-mail applications open again on August 7th, those will be included at our resource tables and events, as well as available on our website. We do have flyers and also cards that have a QR code to our website and certain links, so we'll be promoting that option heavily throughout the rest of the summer leading up to November 5th.
The mailer looks great, and again, just for the record, voters do not have to bring in their vote registration card, but it's helpful if they do, especially considering all the different districts we have, and if they're in a polling place with multiple precincts, they can know which table to go to if they've got that information. So it's very helpful if the voters bring that in. Excellent job on the ballot lottery. And if I ever need a bingo caller, I'll give you a yell. Also, I just want to point out, the American Bar Association came to me with regards to doing a video about election equipment and controls that you can trust the equipment. And Max did a fabulous job. I saw the rough cut of the video. It looks great. And the ABA considers us the gold standard when it comes to election administration. And I think we show that voters can trust the system. So I want to thank Max for
Well,
effort
thank
on
you for that opportunity, Commissioner, and a big thank you to Geneva Morris too, who serves as
Geneva
our.
also, yes. I think both of you are up for an Emmy. So, thank you.
Okay. Now we'll proceed to old business, infrastructure projects and changes in election administration, electronic poll books and voting equipment. Mr. Holliday, Mrs. Spera, is there any
Nothing at the
changes?
moment.
No? Okay, thank you. Legislation, nothing.
Nothing new, Madam Chair. They're on recess, I think, until November, so probably no changes to the election laws for the presidential election.
Okay, thank you. Now we'll proceed to new business, and we have a hardware maintenance agreement with Integrated Document Technologies for the board's Kodak Alaris scanners. And Amanda?
Good morning,
Hi.
Chairwoman. Good morning, Commissioners. The Purchasing Department is requesting your consideration and approval for the renewal of hardware maintenance with Integrated Document Technologies, IDT, for the Kodak Alaris scanners. Integrated Document Technologies provides on-site maintenance support for our four Kodak Alaris scanners, which are located in the registration and vote-by-mail departments. The Kodak Alaris scanners are used to scan in all election material, such as ballot applications, registration applications, which include new registrations, change of address, duplicates. We also scan the return of canvas cards with voter ID that is mailed out to the registered voters. Our second notices when a canvas card is returned and undeliverable, and any other document received that may be attached to a voter's file, such as a cancellation request and or death certificates. The renewal is for 1 year with effective term dates of July 15th, 2024 through July 14th, 2025. Please consider granting approval for the hardware maintenance to Integrated Document Technologies for the Kodak Alaris scanners in the amount not to exceed $35,450.40.
Any questions? If not, thank you, Amanda. Is there a motion to authorize the executive director to execute a contract renewal with Integrated Document Technologies, Inc. for on-site maintenance of the board's four Kodak Alaris scanners at a cost not to exceed $35,450.40 for the term of the contract, which shall begin on July 15, 2024 and continue through July 14, 2025.
So moved by Commissioner Cressy.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next is a bid award to Veritext LLC for court reporting services. Amanda?
Right. The Procurement Office is requesting your consideration for approval of a bid award in relation to the request for proposal, court reporting and transcription services for the November 2024 general election. The Procurement Office has received, reviewed, and recommends award for the RFP, court reporting and transcription services to Veritext LLC. On June 20th, 2024, the Procurement Office issued a request for proposal for court reporting and transcription services for the November 2024 election. The Procurement Office responded to inquiries on June 26th, and proposals from vendors were due on or before June 28th of 2024. In response to the RFP, the Procurement Office received one proposal from Veritex LLC. The board previously performed an RFP for court reporting services and awarded the contract to Veritex LLC on March 22nd, 2022. The contract was then extended in relation to only the 2024 primary election on November 14th, 2023. The board staff have been highly satisfied with their services and performance. Please consider granting the contract award for the request for proposal for court reporting and transcription services to Veritex LLC. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
Just one, we received only one response, but then, again, we asked the entire industry, if you will.
Right. We have our own bidders listing, which we send an email out with the RFP, and it is also posted to the board's website.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Is there a motion to approve a bid award and contract with Veritex LLC for court reporting and transcription services at the rate set forth in Exhibit 2 of the Veritex RFP submission and with a term beginning on July 9, 2024 and continuing through July 8, 2025?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Cressy.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We now go to the financial reports, and we have a balance sheet and voucher listing for the City of Chicago 2024 appropriation number 24-03 dated July 9, 2024 in the amount of $1,043,578.72. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by Commissioner Cressy.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. We have a balance sheet and voucher listing for the County of Cook 2024 appropriation number 2403 dated July 9, 2024 in the amount of $4,988,404.58. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Cressy.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have public comment. Is there anybody who has any comment at this meeting? No request. And no one here to request public comment. Is there a need for executive session?
Not today, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't see a legal report.
Just now noticing that was omitted, unintentionally omitted from the agenda.
Very-
We're not taking any action, so if you'd like, I could give you a short report.
Sure.
Even though it's not on the agenda, that's lawful.
I move to amend the agenda to put in a legal report.
Funny how I didn't notice that.
Of all of the reports.
There's really not much to report except for we are waiting. We've previously discussed a lawsuit out of Sangamon County that involves the recent legislative change that prohibits the political parties from filling vacancies in nomination when there was no candidate in the primary. That is now currently being briefed at the Illinois Supreme Court level. So we're waiting for an outcome on that because it is relevant to some of the electoral board cases we have currently already pending for candidates for state representative. Beyond that, we're about to switch over to our electoral board meeting. But just for this record, I'll say that we had, I believe it was 43 candidates who filed to be candidates for school district offices in those 10 districts. There were 42 objections filed in total against 27 of those candidates, and that's what we have coming up next.
Okay.
So that's my report.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so at this point, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Cressy.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Cressy votes aye.
Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you.